Hi guys, in this video we're going to be talking about the workshop mailer project for this week. This one's going to be a little bit more involved from the previous week in that you're going to be developing two different mailing campaign items for an upcoming photography workshop. Now the idea behind this is that there is a photography workshop at a film school and they want to be able to make some branded mailing materials that they can send out to schools or to other photographers or to photography shops to get people interested, to register, and to get their information. So to do this, they want to develop some posters as well as a brochure that has a registration form attached to it. Now to help you create everything, I'm going to give you a folder of some different photos as well as a set of templates to be able to build out your project, and you can use these as you see fit. The main thing I want you to focus on is the design of it. Think about what you would be interested in or what would catch your attention. You are kind of the target demographic that people are trying to draw in. They're young, they're either right in school or immediately out of school. They're interested in photography, they're interested in starting a career. And so you want to develop something that's geared toward grabbing that kind of demographic attention. So the photographs and the templates that we're going to use are meant to engage people that way. Now you can read through everything that's on here. Since we're dealing a lot with text and images, you can use a variety of different software. Specifically, I think Photoshop or Illustrator would be great for manipulating and developing some of the more complex visual images, but I would suggest working in InDesign or a word processor for some of the harder text-heavy parts of these designs. If you download the photography workshop folder, here's what I'm giving to you. First off, there's going to be a folder of just project photos, and these are just a variety of different pictures that are meant to be student or workshop-led photographs, the kind of things that either the teachers or other students have made. Since most of the workshops are either on portrait photography or travel photography or night photography, I've tried to include a lot of those. But there's also just some generic photography type photographs that can be added in here too. You don't have to use all of them, just pick and choose the ones that you want, or you feel free to edit and manipulate these photos as you see fit as well. Next, I've divided up into the poster and the brochure folder. For the poster, if we open this up, you'll find four other little files. I'm giving you a template for an InDesign and the same template as a PDF. And this template comes from an online printer that does these really neat folded style mailers. In this case, it's a really cool folded poster design. We'll look at those and I'll show you what this will look like. Just note that this is a two-sided poster. So there's something on the front that allows it to fold down and also have a cover and mailing part. And there's a back side to it that has like a little flap to it. I am going to give you the school logo, both in just black and also this is a white. Even though this is a PDF, this is also a vector PDF, so you should be able to open it and use it in Illustrator. Finally, I'm giving you a Word document that has all of the text information and also some instructions to go along with it. You should be able to open this up in any word processor to get this information. So the title of the workshop is going to be Expose 2023. It's from New Haven's Film Academy and it's part of their summer workshop series. So right off the bat, Expose 2023 needs to be the largest hierarchically heavy part of your poster that you have. That should be the first thing that people see in addition to what other visual elements you want. Their tagline that can be used on the poster and the brochure is See, Learn, Expose. And then finally you've got the dates and also some contact and mailing information down here as well. So all of this needs to be added to the poster in some form or fashion as they open it up. And again, the poster is meant to be hung up in a classroom or to be sent to a photography shop or to anybody who's interested in joining these kinds of workshops. You can use the logo on here. It needs to be not necessarily hidden anywhere, but it doesn't have to be overly prominent is another thing. I do have a link to show you what this poster would look like. Let me jump into, here it is here. So smartpress.com is a great little online printer that does a variety of unique style printing and poster things. This will give you an idea of what the poster is going to look like both as it's folded and unfolded. If you hit press play, excuse me, you can see it folds down, then it has like this little gate fold, and then it folds in half, and so you've got a front and a back to it. So this cover, front and back, is a great way of just putting the name of the school or the name of the stuff on it. On the back you can have a return address to it. And then as it opens up, you can see there's a little gatefold that kind of introduces you or piques your information or your interest. And then it can be further opened up on the inside to see the poster itself. And again, this is a two-sided poster, and so you need to be able to understand what's going to be on the front and what's going to be on the back. If you look at the template that I give you, I'm going to open up the PDF file. You can see how it's divided up, so they'll show you where the folds are going to be. You can see this is the cover, and if you pay close attention to the B's and the D or the direction of things, you can see how things maybe need to be flipped. The other part is on the inside of it, you can see there's the front and the back little flaps that are going to be part of this as well. So there's the poster as it opens up and as it folds, and the information that will go inside of there. Let's have a look at the brochure. As with the poster, you've got a folder for it, and I'm giving you an InDesign and a PDF version of this brochure. Now this brochure is unique in that, again, it's got two sides to it. It will fold down and fold open, and it has kind of a gate fold as it opens up with this. If you open up the Word document for it, again, all the instructions are done in yellow. Anything that's not in yellow needs to be a part, or that's the text for the brochure itself. So use the template. Let's have a look at the template for this one as well. I've got it pulled up here. So automatically you're seeing the inside of it, and then as it folds down, you've got a gate and it folds in half. The front and the back can be the cover of it and also the mailing information, and you can see it opens up. Let's see if I can pause it appropriately. Whoop, a little bit too fast. Again, the front and the back. And then when it opens up, you've got kind of two panels. So these are the two gate panels that will pique your interest. And then when you open it up, it opens up into nice little 4 panels that are here. Technically it's 3. One thing that's going to be part of this, so you've got the brochure is going to tell about the teachers, the workshops, and also have a registration form. I want one of these panels, either the left or the right side of the panel, to be the registration form. The idea is you want to be able to fill out the registration form. It'll be perforated along one of the folded lines, and then you can mail that back or give that back to them as you register. So part of this, either the left or the right side, is also going to be a registration form, and then the rest of it is going to be the information about the upcoming workshop. If you have a look at the information here, you can see, so the mailing area needs to have the mailing address and logo, so here's their address. The cover needs to have the basic information about the workshop, so that needs to be on the cover side of your design. If you scroll on down, here are all of the different workshops that they have. So notice you've got the title, you've got who is teaching it, so the teacher. This is a brief introduction, and then it gives you whether it's a half-day workshop and the cost, or whether it's a full-day workshop and the cost. So you've got 2 different kinds of workshops that are coming up. Just be aware, the title, who's teaching it, and the description, and the information that goes along with it. I believe there's 6 different workshops. And as you scroll down, you can see all of those. And if you go to the last page, these are all of the teachers that are going to be part of this workshop. So Julio, Madeline, Ted, and Richard. And they give a little brief introduction and information about them. So this information needs to be taking up part of your information or your brochure. this needs to be on the outside cover of it. And wherever you want to place it, however you want to design it, I'll leave that up to you. Going back to here, I do give you headshots for each of the instructors. Pay close attention to the name of these files because that's going to match up to the name of the instructors on the information sheet that you have. Feel free to crop these and tweak them. If you want to do them in black and white or do some color changing, I'll leave that up to you as well. The final thing I'll point out is the form information. Now this form information is what they need to collect, and it should be part of the left or the right side of the brochure. So the little 5x9 area that's inside of that. This is going to be removed, and so it needs to be fitting in that area. So it needs to be large enough people can write in it, but also small enough and tweaked enough so that you can fit all this information. So needs to be at the top of it, the New Haven film stuff. Join us for a one day. This information needs to be put in by a registration deadline. I want to emphasize May the 3rd. There's 3 different sections. So the top section is they're simply collecting their name, their gender, school or institution. The second section is they're going to be checking off or showing or telling what workshop they want to register for. And then the bottom section gives simple information about how to return and what to return and mail to for the workshops that they're signing up for. Then at the very bottom they got a little bit about finding and registering online as well. So real simple on collecting the form information, but I want to emphasize this only takes place in one part of the panel or one panel of the brochure that can be torn off and added to there. So the form is inside of its own little folder itself. Going back to our main information page. So the design of these are to look similar or to look like they're part of the same campaign. So think about how you can use colors, fonts, theme, layout, and style. All of that needs to be part of your overall design for what you're working on. Think of them as being mailed out together. So you want it to look like it's on brand. You can use any software again that you wish, but I do find that InDesign is going to be easiest for handling all of the text that we have. When you finish these up, save them up. Oops, excuse me, I actually opened this up. Open this up or save these as high quality PDFs, something that you would send to a printer for them to be printed, ready to go. So make sure your PDFs are saved up and looking good with those. Again, when you do finish up with these projects, or if you want to show me your work before you finish them, try to get them to me by Wednesday of this week so I can give you some feedback. And I'm going to extend the due date for this project to Sunday. This way it'll give you a couple of extra days to be able to work through your design, me to give you some feedback on them, and for you to turn in some really good looking work for both of these designs. Again, 2 different PDFs, one for a poster and then another one for your brochure. Looking forward to seeing what you guys will come up with for this project, and let me know if you have any problems or other questions.